Your life as every level of death row. Level 1. The verdict. The jury foreman stands up. He's holding a piece of paper that weighs less than a napkin, but carries the rest of your life on it. The courtroom is silent. Your lawyer puts his hand on your arm, not for comfort, to keep you from collapsing. Guilty. Murder in the first degree. Your brain processes the word about 3 seconds after everyone else in the room. You see your mother's face crumble in the gallery. Your lawyer is already whispering about appeals, but you can't hear him because there's a high-pitched ringing in your ears that won't stop. The judge sets the sentencing hearing for 6 weeks from now. 6 weeks to decide if you get life or death. You don't remember being let out of the courtroom. You don't remember the hallway or the elevator or the holding cell. You just remember sitting on a metal bench and staring at your hands and thinking, these hands didn't do it, but 12 people just said they did. Your lawyer visits that evening. He's exhausted. He tells you the sentencing phase is different from the trial. The prosecution will present aggravating factors. Your defense will present mitigating factors. Your childhood, your mental health, character witnesses. Anything that makes you human enough that 12 strangers might let you live. 6 weeks later, they don't. The judge reads the sentence. Death by lethal injection. The words hang in the air like smoke. Your mother screams. A bailiff moves toward her. Your lawyer squeezes your arm again. You feel nothing. Not fear, not anger. Just a flat, gray emptiness that fills your chest and pushes everything else out. They transport you that night. A van with no windows. Shackles on your wrists and ankles. 2 guards who don't look at you because looking at you would make you a person, and their job is easier if you're not. The van drives for 3 hours. When the doors open, you're staring at a concrete building surrounded by razor wire. This is where you'll live until they kill you. Welcome to Death Row. Level 2. The Row. Your cell is 6 feet by 9 feet. A concrete slab with a thin mattress, a steel toilet and sink combination, a small shelf for your belongings, which currently consist of nothing. The lights are controlled from outside. The door is solid steel with a slot for food trays and a window the size of a paperback book. There are 47 men on this row. You can hear them, but you can't see most of them. Voices bounce off concrete in strange ways. Someone is praying 3 cells down. Someone else is arguing with a guard. Someone is crying quietly, the kind of crying that's trying not to be heard. You'll learn to identify each man by his sounds. The cougher, the pacer, the one who hums hymns at 3 in the morning. The routine is absolute. Wake at 5, breakfast tray through the slot at 5:30. Recreation in a caged yard for 1 hour, alone 3 times a week. Shower 3 times a week. Lunch at 11, dinner at 4:30. Lights dim at 10. Every day is identical. The sameness is the punishment as much as the sentence. Time doesn't pass on death row. It accumulates. It piles up around you like snow. Your neighbor in the next cell is a man named Marcus. You learn his name the way you learn everything here. Through the wall. He's been on the row for 9 years. 9 years in a 6x9 box, waiting for a date that keeps getting pushed back by appeals. Marcus doesn't talk about his case. Nobody does at first. The unwritten rule is, you don't ask. If someone wants to tell you, they will. What Marcus talks about is time, how to structure it, how to survive it. He tells you to get a routine and protect it, like your life depends on it because it does. Read in the morning. Write letters in the afternoon. Exercise during rec. Never skip a day. The routine is the only thing between you and the abyss. He tells you the first year is the hardest, not because of the fear, because of the hope. You spend the first year convinced your appeal will work, that someone will find the evidence that clears you, that the system will correct itself. When it doesn't, that's when the real sentence begins. You listen. You build your routine. You read every book the prison library has. You write letters to your mother, your lawyer, your sister. You exercise until your body is exhausted enough to sleep. And every night, you lie on your slab and stare at the ceiling and count the days until your appeal hearing. 412 days. You count every single one. Level 3. The appeals. Your appeal is denied. Your lawyer calls to tell you. He explains the legal reasoning, but the words slide off your brain like water. Something about procedural bars and insufficient evidence of constitutional violation. What it means in plain language is the system looked at your case and decided it didn't make a mistake. You hang up the phone and walk back to your cell. Marcus hears your footsteps and knows immediately. He doesn't say anything for a long time. Then he taps the wall once, just once. I'm here. You tap back. The next appeal takes 14 months. Different court, different argument, same result. Denied. Your lawyer files another. Denied, another, denied. Each rejection strips away a layer of something you didn't know you had left. The first denial takes your hope. The second takes your anger. The third takes your ability to feel anything at all about the process. By the fourth, you've stopped reading the legal briefs. You just ask your lawyer one question. Is there anything left to file? When the answer is yes, you keep going. The day the answer is no, it's over. 3 years pass inside these appeals. 3 years of waiting for phone calls that always bring bad news. 3 years of your mother aging in the visiting room, her hair going gray, her hands shaking more each time. She never misses a visit. Every 2 weeks, she drives 4 hours each way to sit across from you for 60 minutes. She brings photos of your niece growing up, birthday parties you weren't at, Christmases you'll never see. She tells you about the garden, about the neighbor's dog, about things that are so normal they feel like dispatches from another planet. Marcus gets a date during your 3rd year. Not an appeal date, an execution date. 8 months from now. The energy on the road changes overnight. Everyone feels it. A date means the machine is moving. It means this is real. Marcus goes quiet for 2 days after they tell him. Then he starts talking more than ever. He tells you about his daughter. She was 6 when he came in. She's 15 now. She visited once 3 years ago. She sat across from him and stared at him like he was a stranger. Because he was. 9 years of her life happened without him. She doesn't know him. He doesn't know her. That visit broke something in Marcus that the sentence itself couldn't touch. Marcus's appeal gets a stay. 30 days before his date, a court agrees to review new evidence. The execution is postponed. The row exhales, but everyone knows it's temporary. Stays don't last. They just delay. Level 4. The years. You've been here 5 years now. The person who walked into this cell doesn't exist anymore. You've read over 300 books. You've written over 1,000 letters. You've done enough push-ups to circle the earth if they were miles instead of reps. Your body is in the best shape of your life because there's nothing else to do with it. The visits slow down. Your mother still comes, but she's sick now. The drive is harder. She's smaller each time, like she's shrinking. Your sister brings her sometimes. Your sister won't look you in the eye. Not because she thinks you're guilty, because she can't handle seeing you in here and not being able to do anything about it. You develop relationships with men you'll never see face to face, conversations through walls and during rec yard time. You know their cases, their regrets, their children's names. One man 3 cells down paints with watercolors he gets from the commissary. He slides paintings under his door, and the guards deliver them to other inmates. You have 11 of his paintings on your wall. Landscapes of places he'll never visit. Sunsets he's imagining from memory. Marcus's stay expires. His new appeal is denied. They set another date. This time it feels different. The legal options are running out. Marcus starts giving things away. His books, his photos, his radio. The universal sign on death row that someone has accepted what's coming. One night through the wall, Marcus tells you something he's never told anyone. He did it. The thing they convicted him for. He did it. He spent 9 years letting people fight for him, letting his lawyer argue innocence, letting his mother believe her son was wrongfully convicted. But he did it. You don't know what to say. You've spent years imagining Marcus as innocent, building him into something he's not. The silence stretches between your cells like a canyon. Then he says the thing that stays with you forever. He says the worst part isn't dying. The worst part is that his daughter will grow up thinking her father died for something he didn't do. And that lie is the last gift he can give her. A better version of himself that only exists because the truth is worse. You tap the wall. He taps back. 3 taps, a pause, 2 more. The same pattern you've been tapping for years. It doesn't mean anything specific. It just means I'm here. I hear you. You're not alone. Level 5. The date. Your final appeal is denied on a Monday. Your lawyer calls, and for the first time in 6 years, he has nothing to say. No more filings, no more arguments, no more courts willing to listen. The machine has run its course. They set your execution date, 45 days from now. The warden comes to your cell personally to deliver the paperwork. He's a quiet man, professional. He tells you what happens next. You'll be moved to a death watch cell closer to the execution chamber. You'll have access to more visits. A chaplain will be assigned to you. You can request a last meal within the prison's budget and availability. He asks if you have questions. You have 1,000. You ask none. Marcus is still here. His date got pushed again. Another stay, another review. He'll outlive you on the row, which is a sentence in itself. The night they move you to death watch, you press your palm against the wall between your cells. Marcus presses back. You can feel the warmth of his hand through the concrete. Neither of you speaks. There's nothing left to say that the wall hasn't already carried. Death watch is different. The cell is slightly larger. There's a camera on you 24 hours a day. A guard sits outside your door at all times. Not for security, to make sure you don't kill yourself before they can. The irony would be funny if you could still laugh. Your mother visits. She's in a wheelchair now. She holds your hands through the mesh and tells you she loves you and that she's proud of you and that she'll be there at the end. You tell her not to come. She tells you to shut up. She'll be there. The chaplain comes every day. He reads scripture. He asks about your soul. You don't know what to tell him. You're not sure you believe in anything anymore. But his voice is calm and his presence is human, and that's enough. The days count down. 40, 30, 20, 10. Each number feels like a step down a staircase that ends in darkness. You stop sleeping, not from fear, from a desperate need to be conscious for every remaining minute. Sleep feels like waste, like dying before you have to. Level 6. The last day. You wake up on your last day alive. The ceiling looks the same as it did yesterday. The light hums the same frequency. Nothing about this day announces itself as final. It just arrives quiet and ordinary, like every other day that came before it. They ask about your last meal at 7 in the morning. You order your mother's fried chicken, not because you're hungry, because the smell might trick your brain into thinking you're home. When it arrives at 4 in the afternoon, it doesn't smell like home. It smells like prison kitchen and sadness. You eat 2 bites, you leave the rest. Your mother comes at noon. She's brought your sister. They sit across from you in the visiting room, and nobody talks about what's happening tonight. Your mother tells you about the garden again. The tomatoes are coming in early this year. Your sister shows you a video of your niece's school play on her phone. The guard allows it. Small mercies on the last day. When the visit ends, your mother grabs your hands and won't let go. The guards give her an extra minute. She presses her forehead against the glass and says your name. Just your name. Over and over. Like she's trying to memorize the sound of it in her own voice. The hours after the visit are the longest of your life. You sit in your cell and listen to yourself breathe. In, out, in, out. Each breath is one fewer than you have left. You try to think about something meaningful, some great truth to carry with you. But your brain just cycles through random memories. The taste of orange juice on a summer morning. The sound of your dog's tags jingling. The way sunlight looked coming through your bedroom window when you were 10. At 11:30, they come for you. 2 guards, the warden, the chaplain. They walk you down a hallway that's maybe 40 feet long. It takes forever. The execution chamber is smaller than you imagined. A gurney in the center with leather straps. A window where witnesses sit on the other side. You see your mother in the front row. She's holding your sister's hand. The warden asks if you have any final words. You look through the glass at your mother. You want to tell her you're sorry. Not for what they said you did. For the years she spent driving 4 hours every 2 weeks. For the hope you let her carry when you knew there was none left. For the garden she kept planting because it was the only thing she could still grow. But what comes out is simpler. You tell her you love her. You tell her the tomatoes will be good this year. They strap you down. The needle goes in. The chaplain is reading something, but you can't hear him anymore. The room is getting quieter, softer. Your mother's face is the last thing you see. She's not crying. She's just looking at you, holding you with her eyes the way she held you the day you were born. The ceiling above you is white and flat and infinite, and then there's nothing. In the front row, your mother is still holding your sister's hand. She doesn't move, she doesn't cry. She just sits there looking at the empty gurney, thinking about tomatoes.